Good evening, good afternoon, wherever you find yourself in this weird, wild, wacky world of ours, and welcome to another exciting installment of Darkness in Dublin. Francis, make a Dex athletics roll to dodge, please.
Oh god. Welp, we're going right into it. I see. Let's see. I've got athletics 2 right now, and Dex 4, and then plus all my celerity. Okay, here we go.
It's difficulty 7 because you really don't see it coming.
Okay. I get those. I rolled a diff 6. I think it's just 2 successes.
All right, you very narrowly manage to get out of the way as the car door embeds itself in the wall.
Oh god.
You will see what used to be a Prius. You're pretty sure.
Huh.
Before it was turned over on its side and the door was ripped off, and now is embedded in the wall.
Oh my. Oh god. Francis is going to rush over to Delano. Delano!
Delano is currently sitting on the sidewalk where there are several fist-shaped holes in the wall and what you can only describe as why is that lamppost teetering on an odd kilter, but it's still standing-ish. But he appears to have worn himself down, thankfully. His fists are covered in his own blood. The suit is disheveled, to say the least, and he is just sitting there with his head kind of down, looking down. The rain is falling at this moment in time. It's kind of pitter pattering on top of you both.
I do aura perception him. I'm not sure it's enough to figure out whether or not he's frenzying, but
He doesn't seem to be at the moment.
okay. Francis is
Would you like to know his colors?
Yes, tell me the colors.
You do happen to like the colors, don't you?
I do.
Give me a second.
I only got 2 successes, so I only think I figure out one real color.
Yeah,
you get his
dominant one, I think.
His aura is entirely gray.
Oh.
I'll give it to you, gray and silver. Those are the only two things in his aura.
Oh my god, that's... Oh god, Francis is on the verge of tears himself. That's just... God, he can feel it. He rushes over to Delano and like literally takes a knee beside him, just wraps an arm around him and just says, Delano, I'm so sorry.
Emily, you can emerge at this point. I'm just going to hand wave timey these things. Don't worry about it.
Okay. Yeah, Emily is just looking at her new watch for... Well, she's not, because she sees the car door that she has to go under.
Yeah, you kind of have to duck under it.
Well, she's just like, she's not dodging it since it's not being thrown at her, but she just has to duck. She seems ready for whatever's going to happen. She just looks at the two and just seems quite ready for, well, defending herself, essentially.
Delano doesn't say anything, Francis. He just continues to look down. His eyes are gaunt and kind of hollow looking, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, I just kind of I mean, in this position, he can't really be embraced, but Francis is really just as comforting as he can be.
Delano, it takes him a couple of minutes. The rain doesn't seem to bother him, though. It's ruining his suit, and obviously you're kneeling in it, so by proxy, it's ruining your suit.
Yeah, it doesn't matter right now.
He will look up. He will say... Actually, no, he will look up. He will open the book that he always carries with him. His finger goes down through the book, scrolling. he will come to it and he will tap. And he will say, I'm going to call in the second minor boon that you owe me, Sheriff. I sold one. You owe me two. I want that painting destroyed.
Oh my God, no! Ah, Francis, God, he wants to die inside. That's so.
I want that thing, that bewitched, my child, destroyed. I want it burned. I want the effigy of a burning man burned. There's some poetry in that, I think.
The two will hear the discreet sound of someone trying to get a car door out of side of a building of another door.
Roll me some Dex Athletics. Or Strength Athletics.
And I'm guessing Potence counts for this.
Oh yeah, fuck yeah.
4 successes.
When did I own the second?
There you go.
Where did I own the second boon? I owed him one for the party. Where was the second one from?
I beg your pardon?
Where was the second boon from? I know I owed him one for the party.
Yeah, me just check my ledger for boons.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he actually owed him two. I think I just owed him the one. I might be wrong though. I'm not trying to gain it. I'm just genuinely not sure because I know I owed him at least one. But
Oh no, shit, you are right. In that case, he will look to. He will look. My apologies. You are 100% right.
Okay.
You only owe him one. However, Emily, for the record, you're not alone standing in the door. There are two people standing there now. One of them is a very large man. He looks like this. Has Emily met Abdul?
Yes. He's my hound.
But I'm asking, has Emily met Abdul? I don't know if she has.
She's met Abdul, but in Mask of Thousand Faces. So she's seen him in a normal sense.
Ah, he looks down at you. He kind of gives you a sup nod.
She's seen Nosferatu, actually quite a bit of Nosferatu. She just gives it back as she just has the card on one hand. She just we need to make sure that, and she points over to the holes in the wall and the wrecked Prius. We need to make sure that this is,
Dislodge the car door. He says to Emily.
She has it in. She has dislodged it. She has it in her hands right now.
Ah, yes, this is rather unfortunate. For the record, Hennessy is standing under an umbrella that Abdul is holding up over his head.
Francis will try and help Delano to his feet.
This gentleman is a rather sorry mess. For the record, Delano will stand up with your prompting.
Okay.
He appears once again to be very hollow, and that's the phrase I'm using for it. You would assume all of his emotional outburst has left him very numb. This is a very sad state of affairs, gentlemen. And ladies, my apologies. What to do? Huh. Whoever owned a Prius, well, I don't value their life choices, but Abdul, yes, Mr. Hennessy. We may need to buy a new Prius and have it left there for the morning. Yes, Mr. Hennessy. Who drives Prius nowadays?
She goes over and puts the car door inside, where the hole is in the car. She puts the car door in there.
Check the glove compartment. See if it has any names of individuals, so we can have the new CDC.
She'll
Thank you.
she'll do that.
You'll find ordinary bric-a-brac you keep in a whatchamacallit.
She'll go over, hand it over to Hennessy, and she'll just say, "The holes in the wall. How do we? Maybe a paint job or something."
I'm thinking posters. He snaps his fingers. Find out whatever musical gig is on next week at the point and throw up some posters. That'll at least be a short-term fix until I can get some contractors out to fix the holes.
Right. Emily looks around. Is there anything like manhole covers that's been frisbeed or anything like that?
No, the only thing is Hennessy walks over. He kind of sidesteps around Francis. Walks over. You see him put a hand on the lamppost, and he straightens the lamppost, just like. There you go.
Right.
This is a sorry state of affairs, Sheriff. I question. Not only did this happen, and was there a very understandable Mr. Delano outpouring of emotion. However, this had to happen in front of a representative in high standing and regard of the Sabbat. Why did this occur? Why? Delano will kind of say very, very quietly, that is something I would also like to know.
Emily looks.
I warned her just an hour ago not to do something like this.
Sorry, what were you saying, Peter?
Emily just looks a bit uncertain and not too comfortable. Given the fact that Sabbat fuckery is not something she's, what shall we say, comfortable discussing.
I'd like to know as well, to be honest. It's not worth this.
No. I don't believe you. I don't know how I would feel if my child had turned and did this. I've, in my long life, produced exactly 3 children, and I care for them each very greatly, and I can only imagine the pain that you must be feeling, Mr. Delano. There's kind of a very weak nod of the head.
This is... I do not like... I did not like this system of bidding memories and parts of oneself when I heard about it, as well as someone who values in some context or another the sanctity of their soul, and
Maybe.
And yet, Mr. Piedmont, if you want to be technical, you were the one who upped a bid that dealt with souls.
And maybe that's the point.
Not the manifestations, not emotions that are the key to the soul. Physical souls, the bodies of entities who are now being sent to God knows what. I understand why it was done. I was there when the individual gave her nod and gave these objets, and I understand the relevance thereof, and I understand the relevance of what was given up. However, it doesn't mean that I have to think it is in any way tasteful.
Maybe.
I don't think it's tasteful either, for the record.
Guys, maybe that's the point. Maybe discord, chaos, emotional upheaval. Maybe that's the real point of all
That
of
is the point it wished to convey. Yes, we get it. It literally said that. It was there. It literally said that and left, Miss Stevenson. You do not need to tell me the obvious. I understand.
What I'm saying is, maybe we should approach this rationally and not try to keep our... She seems a little nervous, or like she just says temper's in check.
I've done a lot of things that I'd otherwise disagree with, usually at the behest of the Tremere, in order to deal with this Red Lister, and I don't think that's going to change anytime soon.
Look, we are fighting a battle against an implacable enemy who is willing to do disgraceful and disgusting things. The simple fact of the matter is that sometimes in order to win, you have to dirty your own hands. That's acceptable. We understand that. Do you think the Ivory Tower has lasted this long simply because of good intentions? I assure you that is not the case. However, my car is just over here. I think that we should bring Mr. Delano home.
Yes.
Abdul. Yes, Mr. Hennessy. Bring the car around. Yes, sir. Abdul will return about 2 minutes later. He has one of Hennessy this evening. He's driving one of those big, old-timey limousines. So basically, he will usher you all in. There are seats on either side, so basically you are still facing one another, having a conversation in the back of his car.
Sean is asking if she can join.
Yeah, send a link.
Okay.
So you're literally facing each other in the back of Mr. Hennessy's car. He takes up the entirety of one side of the car, aka he's sitting on one side of the seats, and you are all crammed. You're all crammed in on the other side, which is funny because he's quite short and he doesn't take up a lot of space. But he'll say, the simple fact of the matter, gentlemen, is, and lady, gentlefolk, there we go, is that this evening, it doesn't just have the word fiasco, because that would be an understatement. So, however, we were successful in the sense that we have acquired what it is that was necessary to be found. The Red Lister does not have what he wants, if he actually wanted it, and did not just want to play mind games with you, Francis.
He likes to do that, yes. But if this item does what it says in the proverbial tin, the right question asked could give us the keys towards unraveling his entire ritual.
Then what is the right question? And also bear in mind, the Tremere made it very clear that that is their property and it is to be sent to Dallas immediately. Unless you wish to go against the word of Lady Merlinda.
She's not someone I'm particularly interested in crossing, to be honest.
Nor I. Then there's this public fiasco. Once again, Mr. Delano, I'm very sorry to refer to it in such a manner, but frankly, it's the only verbiage I can think of to use. Oh. So, Shayna, we are currently in Mr. Hennessy's car as he is driving, as you are all being driven through the night streets of Dublin.
Oh, I've been listening.
Okay. But he says, I don't give a damn, frankly, that the Voivode attended this evening. The fact of the matter is, he did so as a sign of power to show that he was here and wasn't intimidated. That's fine. He can flex his oddly sinewed, feminine-faced muscles as much as he wants. The fucks I don't give are palpable. However, we showed an immense amount of not only disunity, but the willingness to backbite one another in his presence. This makes us look weak. This is a very dangerous man, and you do not want to look weak in front of this very dangerous man.
Francis kind of turns from like kind of depressed, like Delano, to kind of angry now. He looks frustrated. You're right. So the question is, well, I suppose we're just going to have to leave an even stronger impression when we hit Waterford.
Once again, that's easier said than done.
Hmm.
The fact of the matter is that he knows that his reinforcements are coming and will be here. Well, frankly, we don't know when they're going to be here. We don't know if we have days, weeks, or months. But he knows that his reinforcements are coming. He just needs to hold on long enough for them to arrive.
So we need to start pressuring him hard.
If nothing else, the fact that he hasn't fled the country shows us a lot about this individual. He could have fled into He could have fled into the Sabbat strongholds in Spain or Italy. He chose not to.
He's confident and he's tenacious. So he's not going to leave until he's dead, I think. And he still believes, to some extent or another, that he is in control. Otherwise, he would not have shown up here.
Also, I'm not even gonna lie. If Monique showed up in the scene, Delano would automatically frenzy again.
Yeah,
And Hennessy doesn't want to have to put a stake in the master hairpiece. He really doesn't. Fuck me. So, what is the next step then? Why did the stupid neonate? What was her reasoning?
I intend to find out.
But maybe we should. Emily just looks nervous, and she just kind of her eyes just linger on Delano at this point.
Spit it out, neonate.
Maybe we shouldn't talk about them. She kind of just hints with her head over towards him.
What, maybe we could ask him, or maybe we could stop dancing around the topic. You're not exactly being forthcoming.
Look,
I'm just saying, like, we should probably focus on priorities.
We're all on Delano's side here. Regardless, I intend to find out. No, those memories were not even close to being worth that painting. That is, I mean, I think it all shocked us when we heard it. I can't imagine there was much rationale behind it, other than just some sort of an out of control desire for that painting that overrode her reason. I can't imagine there was much reason.
So you're saying that oil and canvas were worth more than everything that I have given her? Interesting.
I don't think they were. That's why I don't understand why she did what she did.
Oh.
And she should know that better than anyone here.
Mr. Hennessy. Yes, Mr. Delano. What value of boon would you give her immediate expulsion from the domain? There's a kind of a as Hennessy kind of cocks his head to the side. As you see the fact that an elder who is not on the path of humanity is contemplating the offer.
Yeah, that makes Francis a little bit nervous.
Somebody wants to make a social check to try and convince Hennessy not to.
Yeah, I don't want to go against Delano here, but at the same time, this is vengeance overriding reason, so Francis would do it. As much as it kind of pains him, he's like, let's.
What would the check on that be?
Charisma expression.
That's
Shit, I'm not actually that good at this. Let me do it.
Yeah, I think
Let
you can do it.
Let
Okay.
Katya roll the dice. It's fine.
I have exactly 1 die for this.
You have charisma 1?
Yeah,
Good
Katya
lord.
has 7.
it's Emily.
Yeah,
Valid.
it is
Kinda
Emily.
can't think of it. It's Emily rolling social dice. Prepare to sit back and laugh your ass off.
Yeah.
Basically,
Difficulty.
He's really considering this, so 7.
don't.
Would her enchanting voice help at all?
Not in this situation.
Damn. Okay.
Oof.
Ow.
Well, you get one.
Well, that was a epic
So
failure.
role play your comment to him.
Does this not seem like vengeance over reason at this point? I am as disgusted as anyone is by this, but
I will not give you a price, Mr. Delano, for the expulsion of your wayward child from the domain. Not now. I'll wait until a few days have passed, until you have cooled yourself, and if you ask again, then I may give you a price. There's kind of a dejected nodding of the head.
I think the last thing any of us here want is for you to
do
be in an
something
even
rash.
more compromised position due to what happened tonight.
Oh. I see. Thank you for your concern, Francis.
That did not sound genuine.
So he looks into Francis's face and he says, and the moment when you stop fucking my child is the moment when I will value your assertions on this matter.
God damn it.
Emily, if Emily could blush, she would.
You have blush of health.
Yeah,
You
she
can't
will actually
blush.
and she'll just go, okay, well, we have a red lister and now a Sabat guy to worry about. That's something.
He's always been there.
Yeah, I suppose.
So, but well, one way or another, he must be dealt with. So, they.
Once again, we have determined that their gender is in fact Zamits.
Yeah, Francis literally just double take towards the group and they with a kind of shrug and like, I don't know. The bishop that doesn't like its own title because it prefers voivode.
That's not necessarily uncommon with the Zamitsi because they don't really hold to the religious doctrine of the Sabbat. They're more so there for the pragmatic political power.
Well, isn't that true for both Dismisi and Losombra?
Some of the Sombra drink the Kool-Aid. your own grandsire's sister, for example.
This is like, yeah. Yeah, not much I can do about that one, unfortunately.
But ultimately, we are faced with a rather prickly situation.
Yes.
For the record, after saying that you were sleeping with this child, Delano just kind of goes back to looking down.
I'll talk with him later and be nice. I'm still gonna be nice this scene, but Ouch. It's- well, we have the means to move on all of these things now, so now that we have the means to, let's do it. I feel like for a while we've been setting up a lot of these maneuvers. Now's the time to just pull the trigger on them. The only one that isn't is Spud Gun, and I'm going to be looking into him tonight. Find out where he's going.
In that, we wish you luck. But as you pointed out, we can ill afford a war on three fronts, Mr. Belmont. Or Beaumont, rather. Because you will get your name right. I'm really tired. Fuck off.
Yeah, as you say, Spud Gun, he is blood hunted, he is scum, but he is the lesser priority. So, yes, the Spat and the Red Lister, and ensuring that vial doesn't mysteriously vanish from out of your hands. Or mine, apparently, as it was given to me. But
Yes, though you're hardly the one who gave up as much as I did for it.
fair.
Emily just, at that mention, she just looked down at her watch, her new watch. She just
It's really nice and it keeps perfect time.
Yeah. It's, being the one who had to effectively murder 169 people, I kind of understand where you're coming from.
Emily is just gonna poke a little bit at it.
Oh, Lord.
She's just gonna look at it, and she's probably gonna say, "So, Mr. Hennessy and Sheriff, if you need me in any of this, go for whatever." And she's gonna fuck with one of the buttons, and she's probably gonna be cut off mid-sentence. She probably disappears.
Oh no, that would be nice. The car suddenly peters to a stop. Mr. Hennessy. Yes, Abdul. You might want to look out the window, sir. Looks out the window.
Same with Francis.
So, you know
As
how
will
Dublin...
Katya.
You know how Dublin normally has a very nice vibe of I'm a living city?
Yeah.
Well, now think about it. Have all of you seen the movie Constantine?
Mm-hmm.
Oh God, yeah.
Do you remember when Constantine goes to hell?
Yep.
How the city, he's still in the cityscape, but it's like blasted ruin.
Yeah.
Welcome to Dublin Shadowlands.
Would intelligence occult?
No, because there's a lore for this.
Ah.
I'm gonna roll it.
Do you have Shadowlands lore?
Oh no, I thought you meant cosmology.
Oh, yeah, you can roll. Your watch rolls the cosmology technically, but you use your intellect.
Okay. That is 4 successes.
Fuck me. A little thing dings on your watch, and it basically says it basically something types out. It releases a tiny piece of typed paper as it says, "Welcome to Dublin City Shadowlands," and it gives you a geometric location.
She just slips it off and just like Emily just tries and fails to like slide over and just pass the note to Mr. Hennessy. She tries to be like as discreet as possible, but she fails. Obviously, the situation, she just hands it to him.
I don't have time for this tonight.
There's an audible sigh. Hennessy, he has one sigh a year. By God, he's using it now.
Francis's size are a regular occurrence at this point. He's not even surprised anymore.
Sorry, but I had to.
Can we
Why?
not be here, Miss
Why
Stevenson?
did you have to play with it?
Okay, I thought it was just... And I'm going to press both buttons, because then it will return, right?
Yes. Everyone roll me Dex Athletics as the car is blindsided from the side because it reappeared in the middle of a road.
Oh, God.
Oh no.
Yes, who was Mr. Hennessy a new limousine?
I get 3 successes with 11 dice. Come on, man.
Difficulty? Standard?
Yeah.
I have 4 successes.
I'll roll for Hennessy, but Abdul is in the front, so he's not being blindsided, so it's all good.
How you get the one?
Impressive.
Ah, Katya, you're the one who catches the brunt of it. It's fine. It's only lethal.
It's only lethal. You're not going to die. You'll just be rendered into torpor and shatter the abyssal vial.
Wow, Hennessy practically jumps out the opposite window.
Yeah.
Now we're gonna roll some lethal. Hi, Katya. How's it going?
Yay! Chaos! Yoo-hoo!
God damn it, Emily.
She doesn't know.
Consider your boon revoked.
3, 4. It's only 4 lethal damage.
Like, she has no idea that this would happen. Actually, she didn't.
Alright.
Consider your boon revoked.
Alright. Roll like capture, roll your stamina. Any fortitude you have, which is probably nothing, because you're all...
Nothing.
What do you want from life?
Shit,
I might as well
24?
get the fuckery over with
No.
to start with. Just because.
Fuck it.
Well, you're so quiet. Hey, Katya, welcome to a broken nose. The window implodes in as the car is blindsided from the left by a truck. The car is probably a write-off.
Ah,
Francis just leaps out the back fucking window.
So, Emily, how's it going?
Oh, it's going super well. The
Miss
player,
Stevenson.
not the character.
So you have a hand that grabs you by the back of the head, and when I say you are face planted into the glass-strewn ground around what used to be the luxury car, I mean I'm gonna have to roll a crap load of dice.
Where's the... Quick question. Where is Delano?
He is in the car. He doesn't seem to want to extricate himself.
Katya would, stumble out of the car.
Yeah, I'm just gonna open one of the fucking doors. And by
Just
open, I mean I have no problem.
pouring
with
down
it.
I'm just gonna see the at least 7. Well, it's gonna be bashing, I think, but it's gonna be a crap ton. I'm just gonna see how much I'm gonna take now.
He's standing directly behind you, so I'm going to roll his dex brawl. He's not going to blood buffers for any of his stuff for this, but he is pissed.
He
Why
doesn't
did
need to.
This was supposed to be just a fucking auction.
Oh, shit. I will keep that 10, and I'll roll an additional 11 dice because that was a mistake.
Alright. Meanwhile, Francis is heading over to the car. He will forcibly open one of the doors and will send opponents to do so if he needs to.
Damage?
Beg your pardon?
That's 6 successes, right? Or there's a...
Hang on. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that's 9 rollover, or sorry, that's 8 rollover plus his strength, which is 4. So that's 13 dice damage.
Jesus.
He is spending blood for his potency. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah, he's upstairs in his room. With the
7
baby.
is
The door.
6
He's got
plus
the baby.
7 is 13. All right, Emily, take 13 bashing damage.
And it's half before soak, right?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
It actually, by the way, I don't think you're right, but I think it halves after soak.
Let me double check.
So I soak 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's 7. So that's what, 3 or 4 bashing? If it's half after soak.
Let me double check. I'm just looking at real quick. Health. We're using V20 standard, right? Just so I don't. Okay. Bashing damage. Yeah, you're right. It is halved after.
So it's either 3 or 4.
Yes, and I think it rounds up. So yeah, take 4 bashing damage as he face plants you into the ground.
Like at the moment, her like a couple of seconds or split seconds after her face is just mowed into the ground. Someone will hear a somewhat muffled I'm sorry.
I liked that car.
Okay, that one's on me. I'll pay it back. Don't worry. I owe you.
Uh-huh. He lets you up. No, he lets your face up, but he has his boot planted on your back, and he's just kind of keeping you pressed down. Is everyone else all right?
Kachi would look over at Emily, bloody face, broken nose.
Yeah.
You ain't ready now.
Yeah, Francis is over at the vehicle, so he would have. If there isn't an exit, he would have forced one open and would probably just kind of help Delana out of the vehicle and just. He's not going to say anything. This is a fucked up night. Like, could it get any worse? Well, apparently the car he was in had to get fucking
can!
by a truck.
No, I'm just gonna not say anything right now.
Yeah, Emily wouldn't. Otherwise, fucking Francis
Miss
is going to
Stevenson.
shoot her in the head at this point. Francis will help Delana out of the vehicle. If Katja needs any help getting out of the vehicle, he'll help her out the vehicle too. He's just going to,
She would, because, that kind of damage probably broke the heels on her shoes, which those were fucking expensive.
I think that Katja might want to swear at Emily, so give her a second.
Yeah.
Miss Stevenson, consider the boon revoked.
Okay.
Delano will say very softly, that's not how that works.
I don't know.
I was like,
You can, however, and he will say, you can, however, consider the boon paid, and I believe that is a fair compensation.
A hand will just slowly rise with a thumbs up from Emily. Very slowly. As in confirmation. She's not saying anything. She's just like... She's not feeling too good because she's being forced down by a potent 7 or whatever it is, foot.
Yep.
She's just like...
He's not actually pushing down on your... Like, he's keeping you on the ground, but he's not, like... If you attempted to rise, he'd apply the potence, but he's not.
Okay. Just very slowly, a thumbs up will rise. Okay.
Also, you owe me a new pair of Louboutins.
Okay.
Good luck finding another pair. They were limited edition.
I'd like to thank Katja for existing. But yeah, no, he is...
I know someone who might have a pair, Francis kind of says.
Note she is now standing there barefoot.
If it helps, Abdul walks over and is now holding an umbrella over you.
Yeah, that dress is expensive, and it's now dragging on the ground.
Abdul can carry if you would like.
You really
I would
can.
rather not.
That is up to you.
At that point, she would take out her phone
We-
and text one of her siblings.
All right. Well, I'll just phone us in a new ride, and Francis will just literally text his school. Hey, that Range Rover, buddy, we need it now.
However, I feel as though this has been long enough for the scene for after the auction, so at this point we'll call it unless anyone else has anything else major they want to say.
Yeah.
Just Emily is just whenever she's allowed to get up, she just says, "I'm walking. It's fine," and she will get away from this really fast.
This guy, extricate yourself from the situation. Seems smart.
Yeah, pretty much.
Probably a good idea.
All right. Well then, the Range Rover is called. It will arrive within a few minutes. And well, it's still live for me. So yeah, the Range Rover will arrive, and I assume everybody gets in.
Yep, everyone but Emily.
And
She's walking.
I believe, Evan, you said this was kind of the wrap for the scene.
You may have disconnected again.
Ah, that's why.
I think so. That long a pause.
Yeah, yes.
Awkward silence. Yep, there he goes.
Well, I was expecting Emily to just disappear, but apparently not.
Yeah, Katja's not very happy right now.
For more than one reason. I do my best, though.
Yeah, man, that's funny though. I feel bad for Delano though, man.
Oh yeah, I
Poor
feel
Delano,
terrible
right?
for Delano. He
Yeah,
needs a hug.
I mean, I'm giving him hugs. God damn it! Everybody likes Delano, and I'm gonna be quiet.
Everyone likes Delano, and that was fucked up.
That was fucked up. I feel sad. Oh no. I mean, even Frederick was like, bruh, my whole thing is paint. My whole thing is like